So yesterday we had completed till question number 7. Today let's start with question 8. Why was Muhammad's northern expedition a failure? Why do you think that his expedition towards the northern India was a failure? Why was it a failure? Why do you think that? Why it was a failure?
Ma'am, Muhammad sent his army to modern Himachal Pradesh to
Yes.
then to suffer there. It was very hard because very.
Okay. Yes.
It was a long
Samriddhi.
distance.
Yes, Samriddhi.
Ma'am, Muhammad had led an expedition to the northward side in 37 to 30 to 1338.
Yes.
Ma'am, he had sent his army to the Kangara region,
Hmm.
and though ma'am he captured it, the soldiers fought war on war to conquer all of the northern region, and soon after having so many wars, they felt war weary and homesick.
Yes. Apart from that, what else did he do? What was the difficulty? Yes, Mariam.
Ma'am, as planned, the plan which he made for conquering the northern of India was ill planned, ma'am. It wasn't really planned.
Why do you think it was ill planned? Why was he not able to execute his plan?
Ma'am, because he disbanded the newly recruited soldiers, ma'am. And they were old soldiers only, ma'am. If they kept on fighting, ma'am, they were feeling war weary.
Yes. So, the soldiers who were there, they also started feeling homesickness. Yes, Shlok?
And then one more reason, and the army also found it difficult to cross the rough terrain, the Himalayan passes.
Okay, very good, very good. All right. Next is, I hope you all got the answer.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
next is, having read Ibn Battuta's observation, answer the following. Who was Ibn Battuta? First tell me this, let me see.
Ma'am,
He was a traveler from
A
Moscow.
traveler.
He was a scholar from Morocco.
Scholar and a
Okay, but
traveler
how is
from
he related to
Moscow.
Muhammad bin Tuglaq?
Ma'am, he lived in that dynasty.
Ma'am, he lived and stayed in that court, and he collected all the information about
Yes, so we get most of the information regarding Muhammad bin Tughlaq through him, right? So first question, how does one know that the Sultan is concerned about his guards? How do we know that the Sultan was most concerned? Yes, Mariam?
Ma'am, because in his palace there were many doors, ma'am, and between the first and second door, there were platforms where the soldiers could rest and sit.
Yes. So that shows that he was concerned about the guards as well. Because between the gates, he had built certain platforms, all right, so that these guards can sit and even rest over there. Next, how does the Sultan stay informed about happenings in the court? How was he updated about the happenings?
Ma'am, there were people who kept the record of people who come in and about the Sultan every evening.
At the
Okay.
the people would keep the record of who came in and who came
Right.
out.
And where were these people? Where were these people?
At the third door.
At the third
door.
door. Very
At the
good.
third.
Okay. So now next question. Where does the Sultan meet the people? Which place did he meet the people?
Ma'am, Hazar Usman.
Hazar Usman or
Ma'am,
1,000
or
pillars.
which means the 1,000.
What is Hazar Ruslun?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
it
it is
is
a word for 1,000 pillars.
a huge hall for audience, ma'am, where he conducts all his public meetings, ma'am, with the general public.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Next, which subjects did the Sultan like? Which was
Ma'am,
mathematics
and physical
Sultan was
science.
attracted to maths and physical sciences.
Yes, maths and physical sciences. All right. Next, why would he spend time with the sick people? Why he would spend time with the sick people?
Ma'am, for the purpose of watching the symptoms of any extraordinary disease.
Many extraordinary reasons.
Okay. Was that Joshua's voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. For the
Okay.
first time, Joshua.
Yes, Joshua, good to see you participating in class and attending classes regularly. So I hope this continues further. Okay, Joshua? All right. Next, from all the initiatives and plans that Muhammad implemented and failed in, which one do you think could have been successful? Write about how you would do it differently to make it work. Now, this is an application-based question. Here, you all can give your opinion. We had seen a list of plans where Muhammad bin Tughlaq had was achieved failure. He got failures. So among all the failures which he got after implementing his plan, which plan do you think would have been successful if he would have been implemented in the other way?
Ma'am,
Yes, Mariam.
ma'am, I think if he had not disbanded to go for the new recruited soldiers to go and fight for the to
Right.
expand his territory, ma'am, then he could have achieved it, ma'am. But he disbanded the new soldiers, and only the old soldiers kept on fighting.
Ma'am, he shouldn't have done
And
that because the old
new soldiers could have
were-
done it,
Ma'am, can
Oh.
I give the answer?
and
Okay,
there would
okay.
have
Yes,
been more
Siddhi.
soldiers.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Ma'am, I think that the Rajput revolts, the ruler of the Rajput states revolted and some recovered territories, especially Ranthambore and Mewar was successful plan.
No, we are talking about the plan which he had
Which
failed in.
failed.
Ma'am, can I
Okay,
say?
not the ones
Ma'am,
which he
can I
was
answer?
successful in. You have to tell that he failed in this plan, but if you would have done that same plan in some other way, he would have been successful. Yes, Sujal?
Ma'am, the Gangara region plan could have been successful if he couldn't have disbanded the new soldiers, and the old soldiers who were fighting were weary and
I
tired.
said, ma'am.
They were tired
Hey.
also, and they started feeling homesick also.
Ma'am, can I mention a
Yes.
point?
Yes.
Ma'am, when Muhammad had increased the taxes in the
Mhm.
Doab region,
Mhm.
and due to the famine, they were imposed taxes with no yield. So, ma'am, if Muhammad would had set it up the kitchens earlier and helped the farmers early, then this plan could have been successful.
First of all, if he had not imposed any taxes, the conditions of the farmer would have not come to this level, right? Just because he imposed taxes, the farmer's condition got deteriorated, right? Then he had to help those farmers. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Also, yes, ma'am.
So,
Ma'am, one more thing that he did wrong was that, ma'am, he exchanged silver coins with bronze coins, and
yeah, yes.
and ma'am, he was unable to keep a check on the indiscriminate minting coins,
Hmm.
and um, and then
Ma'am, the people were confused because who were fake coins and what were royal coins.
Correct. So what do you think, Shlok, what he could have done instead of just introducing bronze coins?
Ma'am, he could have kept the silver coins, ma'am, instead of
No,
introducing the
ma'am,
bronze
he
coins.
could just
could
have
have-
set it up
See,
a
he had a
department.
problem. 1 minute, Samriddhi. He had a problem that there was a shortage of silver coins. Okay, he wanted to overcome that problem. That's the reason he introduced bronze coins, right? Now, after introducing, what do you think he should have done to avoid?
I think ma'am, he should have avoided the exchange of silver coins with bronze coins, ma'am, which again led to the decrease in the silver coins.
He could have. I did not get your answer. What do you? Can you repeat?
Please
Shlo?
repeat?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I was saying that, ma'am, he could have he could have kept a check on the indiscriminate minting coins, and ma'am,
Yes.
and then also he could have keep a check, like he should have not done the exchange of bronze coins to silver coins, ma'am, which again led to the decrease in the silver coins.
Yes. Okay.
Ma'am, he could have completely disbanded the use of silver coins.
Yes,
Sorry,
ma'am.
Mariam.
Ma'am, he could have completely banned the use of silver coins.
he could have completely banned it, or what he could have done, as as Shlok rightly said, he could have kept the check, right, so that nobody introduces fake coins also along with the originals. Okay, the main problem was that later on people were not able to identify which is the fake coin and which is the original one. Okay, so before introducing, he could have kept a check on that, right, and
Yes,
then introduced other coin. Very nice, very good, Shlok, very good point.
thank you,
Keep it
ma'am.
up, very nice.
Ma'am,
See,
you
give
should have kept a royal mark on the copper or bronze
yeah,
coins.
that's what I said na. And before introducing, he could have kept certain hidden identity which only he would know about it, so that if other fake coins are introduced also in the market, he could have recognized, okay, later on, and he could have held hold the people who are doing this, right, in the market, who are bringing the fake coins in the market. He could have catched hold of them as well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next is session 4. Compare the achievements of the two sultans. One is Muhammad bin Tuglaq and second is Firoz Shah Tuglaq on the basis of the following parameters. This is really very easy because there is a vast difference between Muhammad bin Tuglaq and Firoz Shah Tuglaq. Do you agree, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The differentiation is really very easy because Muhammad bin Tuglaq was a complete failure and Firoz Shah Tuglaq was the
Successful.
Exact
Concepts.
opposite.
yes. Okay. Next, so now first military parameter, Muhammad bin Tuglaq.
Ma'am,
Yes, Mariam.
ma'am, he wanted to expand his empire, ma'am. In the to the Kangra region, ma'am, but he wasn't able to do it, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay,
because his
why?
plan wasn't planned accordingly.
Okay, he
The
was not.
Kangra region was conquered, but the
Okay.
soldiers were fighting.
Fighting
Okay.
and fighting and fighting.
Okay, so the soldiers were tired in
Ma'am, he
having
made
wars
his
after
soldiers
wars.
tired, ma'am, a lot.
Yes. Okay. What about Firoz Shah Tuglaq related to military?
Ma'am,
What
he
about
had
the
led
payments given to these soldiers?
Huh?
What about
Can
the
you repeat?
payments?
Payment.
How were these soldiers paid?
Ma'am, he for
He
Muhammad bin
paid-
Tughlaq, ma'am, he raised a welfare for the soldiers, ma'am.
Hmm. For the soldiers,
No, sorry, not for the
not
soldiers,
for the soldiers.
for the public.
Yeah, to provide them with weapons and all.
He also paid the soldiers their salary 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year in advance. Okay, that was done by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. But now let's go on to Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Now you all tell me about Firoz Shah Tughlaq's military. What is the difference? Yes, so
He led two expeditions in Bengal.
yeah.
Then he led a
Was the
camp.
expedition successful, Shlok?
Yes, ma'am.
It was successful.
Oh,
Sujal, was the expedition
so ma'am,
successful?
the two expeditions were unsuccessful.
Yes, the Bengal expeditions were unsuccessful.
That's the rebellion.
Then later on, what did he do?
Ma'am,
He
then
led a campaign against Jayanagar and returned with a huge
Huge
booty
booty
from the
from the
temple.
temple.
Yes, yes.
he advanced towards Nagarkot and forced the
Nagarkot.
ruler
Yes, it is Nagarkot and forced the ruler to pay tribute.
Tribute.
All right. And what else he do? What else did he do?
Ma'am, he
And
crushed the
collected
rebellions at Tata and
manuscripts
Sindh
from the
region.
library at the
Right,
Jwalamukhi
right.
temple and had translated them into Persian.
Correct. And then he crushed the rebellion also at Tata. Okay, that is the Sindh region. Let's see about the economy. In terms of economy, how both these rulers were different.
Yes.
Muhammad bin Tughlaq increased the land tax in Ganga Yamuna Doab region to meet the
To meet
expenses
the
of the army.
expenses of the army.
Very
And
good.
Ma'am,
Very
Firoz
So,
Shah
on one hand,
decreased the taxes in the Doab region.
on one hand, we had Muhammad bin Tughlaq who increased the taxes, and on the other hand, we have Firoz Shah Tughlaq. He
Who decreased the taxes in the Doab
of the
region.
same region. Okay, we are talking of the same region. So this is the
The Doab
difference.
region.
Yeah, this difference is quite visible,
Yes.
right?
Ma'am,
Next
he
is,
did the total opposite.
yeah, it was a complete opposite of it. All right. Next is social life. What about the social life of these two rulers?
Social life is
He
quite the
was a
same,
kind
ma'am.
ruler.
Ma'am, it was
Yes,
quite
ma'am. He was a
same.
kind ruler, and he
Both
also
of them
supported
looked
welfare of his
after the
people.
welfare of their
Yeah,
public.
Okay.
Ma'am, he built many hospitals and
Yes.
houses and donated them to the Muslim schools.
Muslim scholars.
Yes. We are talking about Muhammad bin Tughlaq.
Muhammad,
ma'am,
Many
for
hospitals.
Muhammad bin
Ma'am,
Tughlaq, there is one thing that Firoz Shah did which Muhammad bin Tughlaq did not did, but to regain the economy,
Constructed a hospital.
He opened a
no.
number
Ma'am,
of
he imposed
he
schools.
built
jizya.
a
Yes,
network
he
of
imposed
Ma'am,
jizya.
he imposed jizya on
Yes.
non-Muslims.
Yes. Who imposed jizya?
Firoz Shah Tuglaq.
Firoz
Firoz
Shah,
Shah Tuglaq.
On whom?
Non-Muslim.
Non-Muslim.
Okay.
Non-Muslim.
So this was again, this comes under economy, not under social life. Okay. Next is culture. What about the culture?
Muhammad bin did
Nothing
nothing.
particular.
Nothing in.
Okay. And what about Firoz Shah Tughlaq? What did he do?
Ma'am,
And
he
he
repaired
repaired
structures like
structures like the
Qutub
Qutub Minar and
Iltutmish
Iltutmish
tomb.
tomb.
He patronized scholars like Barini and Afif.
Yeah. So that means he repaired all these, old structures so that he could preserve the culture of his particular dynasties. Okay, of his forefathers. All right. Who did that? Only Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq did not do any such thing. All right. Which of the two sultans was the most successful? Why? Among these two, if you compare Muhammad bin Tughlaq and
Ma'am,
Firoz
Firoz
Shah,
Shah Tughlaq was the most successful.
why?
Ma'am, because he was a
Ma'am,
builder and occupied his time in consolidating his empire.
Okay. Yes, Mariam. Yes, Samriti.
Ma'am, Firoz Shah focused on regaining the economy of his dynasty, ma'am, but Muhammad bin only drained the economy of the.
Yes. And by the time the kingdom had come into Firoz Shah Tughlaq's hand, the entire territory was had already faced a huge economic loss, military loss, isn't it? Now, when
Yes,
Firoz Shah
ma'am.
Tughlaq took up, he first have to bring out various measures to recover the losses, which was done by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Remember? Yes? Do you all
Yes,
remember?
ma'am.
Okay, and what else
Yes,
did he
ma'am.
do? What else did Firoz Shah do apart from this? Yes.
he provided irrigation facilities and easy loans.
Very good. He provided.
Ma'am, he constructed dams and dams. And the longest canals, ma'am, he
Yes,
constructed the
Correct.
longest canals from
Correct.
Satluj to Hansi, which is 200.
Correct. And what about the territory? Was he able to expand his territory? Was he able to
Ma'am,
expand his
Firoz
territory?
Shah was able to.
Yes, he was able to. Okay. Now, what else did he do for the welfare of the people and for
Ma'am, he
the?
opened
Ma'am, he
schools
built
and colleges and charity departments to look after the widows of it.
Ma'am, he
Ma'am, he
constructed
started
hospitals for the poor.
Ma'am, he built a
Okay.
network of roads and sarais or rest houses for travelers and
Okay.
created the Diwan-e-Khairat or Department
Khairat.
of Charity.
Okay. Diwan-e Khairat means Department of Charity.
Yes, ma'am. To look after the
Okay.
widows, orphans, district.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
Ma'am, and
Next.
unlike Muhammad bin Tughlaq,
Hmm.
he ruled according to the Islamic laws which pleased the ulemas.
Yes. Which Muhammad bin Tughlaq did not follow. Very
Yes,
good.
ma'am, he
Ma'am,
angered
he
the ulama.
questioned the ulemas and angered them.
Yes. And he was and on the next hand, Firoz Shah Tughlaq was completely opposite of him, right? Here he gave
Yes,
importance
ma'am.
to the nobles and the ulamas. Got it? Very
Yes.
important point. Very good. Very good. So have you all understood, children? Scroll
Yes,
down.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Done.
Ma'am, done.
Okay, so now I expect you all to please complete the question answers in your history classwork notebook. Please write it down. Please make a note, take a homework, complete course book answers, history of Tughlaq dynasty. The next chapter which we will be doing is consumer behavior. All right. You know who's a consumer? Let's
Ma'am,
understand.
a consumer is a person who consumes
one who
things
buys
from a
the product.
Who
producer.
consumes?
Ma'am,
Okay.
all are speaking at once. I'm not able to answer.
But
Okay.
you can answer like us only, no?
Yes,
Chorus.
yes, Sujal, tell. Consumer.
Ma'am, what to tell now? They answered.
Okay.
Ma'am, he
So
always tells
consumer
like this.
means basically you are the ones who are consumers.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Now let's see how the consumer in this entire chapter we'll learn more about consumer behaviors. When we buy something, there are various factors that influence us. Whenever you enter a shopping mall, as soon as you enter, you will feel like, you know, I should buy this, I should buy that. I believe most of the students have this, get this, you know, tendency as soon as,
Yes.
yes, as soon as they enter the mall. These could be the need or requirement, the purpose, the cost, or other possible reasons. So as soon, see, you buy either if you have a need of that particular commodity, or you know, you have a purpose for it, or at times you just buy for the sake of buying. You also don't know whether you're going to
Ma'am,
wear
it is
it.
a wanting, not a needing.
Sorry.
Ma'am, it is a wanting, not a
Ma'am, like
needing.
we want it.
Okay. Yes, yes. All right. So, and at times, you know, you land up even shopping certain things which you hardly use it. You know, if you must have recalled in your wardrobe, there must be so many dresses which you had bought, you're thinking you would wear, and you have never ever touched after that.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
this is true.
So, is that a need? Will that be considered as a need?
No, ma'am, it is a
It comes
want.
into category of
Yes, it
want.
is
Ma'am,
not a
I
need.
sometimes wear it barely.
Okay, okay. So if you're wearing it, that means you're utilizing it. Okay, that's not a,
Ma'am,
that's not a
unless my
beautiful.
parents say I don't wear it.
Okay, okay. So understanding the mind of consumer or buyers is the crucial of this chapter. We will get to see how a consumer gets influenced to buy what he may or may not want or need. Okay, at times even if you're walking, you know, in a mall, shopping mall or something, the person who is there who's selling his product, you know, he convinces you as a customer so much that you tend to buy. You know, he keeps telling, praising about the product, that you land up buying that product, and then later on realizing, oh, I didn't want it to buy, but the person convinced me so much that I land up buying that product. Did it happen with you all? Did it happen
Ma'am,
with
my
you all?
mother just walks away, ma'am.
Mother just walks away.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, that's what mothers do. They don't pay
But
attention.
what about you? Y'all stand there and y'all listen to the person.
Ma'am,
what
if we
he-
are with our dads, no, ma'am, our dads don't know what to do, so they will buy it, ma'am, because
No,
dads are not
ma'am, my
as
dads
expert
do
in.
not buy it. It's my
Oh,
dad who says no need.
okay, now let's do one thing. Oh no, it's almost time up. So we will,
Ma'am,
I
3
wanted to
minutes
show
are
you all
left
this
still.
video, but it's okay. We will just understand the diagram. Can you see the diagram given in your textbook, children?
And we don't have this diagram, ma'am, because this is the introduction page which we don't
Yeah,
have.
so just click on the image. Let's study the diagram. Consumer behavior, culture, attitudes, brand awareness, availability, experience, self, social experience, intrinsic or extrinsic forces, and advertisements. These are all the factors, you know, which affects the behavior of the consumers. Don't you think? If you see any
Yes,
advertisement,
ma'am.
if you see,
Hmm.
you know, about, if you know, if you are very, you know, close to any specific brand, so even if you do not have a need, you go and buy that specific commodity if only it belongs to so and so brand, you know. And at times you have your experience also. You share, if you're in a social group, you know, if you're sitting with people, they share their experiences. These are all the attributes which affects the behavior of the consumer. Let's go on to the next. So, based on how long they last, goods are classified into three different categories. Durable goods, that means they will be a long lasting. Durable, if you see, goods are classified into three different categories. One is durable. Durable means it will be long lasting. Example, furniture. If you buy a furniture, it will be there with you for 5 to 8 years maximum.
Yes,
Minimum,
ma'am.
not maximum, minimum. Okay. Next is perishable. Perishable means the ones that get easily spoiled. For example, tomatoes, fruits. You cannot use them for weeks. They usually get spoiled within a day or two. Next is consumable. All right. Those that get over once they are used. That means you consume them. Okay. And they'll get over once you use it. They may be durable. For example, shampoo. Shampoo will be durable, but if you
Yes.
consume, it will get over. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Example. Now, perishable means what?
Ma'am, perishable which
Easily
gets
get
spoiled easily.
spoiled. Ma'am,
Yes.
if we do not use it, then it will get spoiled.
Yes. For example, bread. If you just buy a bread packet and keep it, and you're not using it, will it remain the same way?
No, ma'am,
No.
it
No,
might
ma'am, it will get
fungus.
spoiled.
But if you
Ma'am,
just go
it
and
will
buy
get
a shampoo and you
fungus.
keep it, will it remain for weeks at least?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, it
ma'am.
will
Ma'am, it
remain
will
for weeks.
remain.
Yes. So these are three different classifications. Please note down, please underline durable, perishable, consumable in your textbook, children. Underline that. So what are durable, children? What is a durable?
And that lasts long, that are long lasting.
Long
Example,
lasting.
furniture.
Example, furniture. Perishable mean?
And that it gets spoiled easily. Example,
Example?
shampoo, fruits, tomatoes.
Shampoo. Shampoo
Sorry,
will
ma'am.
get spoiled easily.
No, ma'am. Fruits and tomatoes.
Fruits and vegetables. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What is consumable?
Ma'am, the goods
The
get
ones that get
Shampoo,
over once they are used.
Consumed.
bread. That is
Once they are
limited
used.
shelf
Okay.
life.
Very good. All right. Example.
Ma'am, bread that
Bread
has
that
limited
has
shelf
limited
life.
shelf life.
Okay. All right.
Ma'am,
Got
are
it,
we
everyone?
gonna do video?